This one goes out to that bipolar woman that I just can't stand. What's her name? Mother Nature. And I don't know what you've been going through lately, but all these impulsive decisions that you've been making, we not agreeing on, yo. Because 3 days ago here in North Carolina, it snowed. So I had to come outside with my Timbs on, I got my heavy coat on, and like any logical person, I'm like, okay, you've set the tone. You let me know that I need to come outside with layers on so that I'm prepared for cold weather. So you know I layer up the next day. I put on my coat, I got on my Uggs, I got shorts under my jeans, and I walk outside and start sweating. It was almost 60 degrees and it just snowed yesterday. So you can see my frustration here when I'm trying to predict unpredictable weather. And to add insult to injury, I go outside today and it's raining. I walk outside every day in fear, yo, because I never know what's coming. Because the way you've been acting, I might get hit by a tsunami. So please, for the sake of my life, get it together. Thank you for your time. 3 artists that have never made a bad song, part 2. At number 1, we have Daniel Caesar. And before I even say anything about him, just agree with me. Because at this point, it should just be common knowledge that his voice is angelic. The funny thing about Daniel Caesar is you have to pick and choose when you listen to him. Because you can't listen to him when you're in a good mood unless you want to start crying. Like, you can't be pumped up ready to go to a party and then start listening to Best Part by Daniel Caesar. At number 2, Jhené Aiko. I don't know what it is about her voice, but it just seduces me. Like, you know, guys usually don't like to sing along to girl songs, but when you put Jhené Aiko on, oh yeah, I'm about to start screaming. And when her and her man Big Sean collab, oh yeah, they about to drop some fire, yo. Because none of your concern has my heart right now. And lastly, number 3, probably one of the most slept on artists is Brent Faiyaz. I don't even know how he's not mainstream right now because he's everything that I look for in an artist. And I'm sorry to say this, but if you don't know who Brent Faiyaz is, you're a simp. Thank you for your time. Girls, I have a question. Now, this question doesn't apply to all girls. It just applies to most girls. Why does it take y'all so long to get ready? And I mean, I'm just asking because it's like girls will put something on and then change 3 or 4 times just to come back to the first thing they had on. And what pisses me off as a man is that you have the audacity to ask me for my opinion like you didn't already know you were going to put the first thing back on. Because at the end of the day, my opinion doesn't matter. You're going to end up putting on whatever you want to wear. Because no matter how much I tell you what you have on looks good, it doesn't matter if you don't think it looks good. And you'll put on these 5 and 6 different outfits, and here's the kicker. We're going to damn Walmart. You're taking all this time, and all I'm asking you to do is go with me to Walmart so I can get some groceries. There is no need for you to be looking for your best fit when we're not going anywhere. Thank you for your time. These are some things that frustrate me. You ever walk into a room knowing exactly why you're walking to the room, and as soon as you step foot into the room, you completely forget everything? And it's like you'll stand there for like a good 2 minutes trying to remember, like, why did I come into the room? And it's like you won't remember it until you leave and go back to what you were doing before, and now you're inconvenienced because you gotta go all the way back just because you forgot. Another thing, you ever look for something like really, really hard and you just can't seem to find it? So you're like, hey mom, I can't find my jeans, do you know where they are? And she's like, no, I don't know where they are. And you're like, okay, but I need them. And she's like, yo, if I come up there and I find them jeans after you said you've been looking for them all this time, I'm gonna be mad at you. I'm like, there's no way she could find the jeans. I've been looking everywhere. And it's like she'll come upstairs and within 2 minutes, she's found my blue jeans. She found the shorts that I lost 3 weeks ago. She found a towel I was looking for earlier. And she looking at me like I didn't just look everywhere for them. And I'm like, I don't even know where did you pull it out your ass or something? Thank you for your time. This one goes out to TikTok. And let me just say that this conversation is well overdue. First of all, this app is an addiction. It is an unhealthy addiction. I can be on this app at like 11:30 p.m. and I'll be on it for like 30 minutes and then I'll check the time and somehow it's 2 o'clock in the morning. And I'm just sitting here thinking like, where did the time go? Because I didn't watch that many videos. And it only makes it worse that when I like certain things, you keep showing me things that are like the things that I'm liking. And it makes it that much harder for me to close the app because I keep seeing things that I like. And the funny thing about TikTok is that its humor is very misleading. Because when you first thought about TikTok, you were like, I don't want to get on that app. That app is corny. It's lame. And it's like you finally decide to get on the app and it's like it kind of pulls out the weird side of your sense of humor. Because there are certain things that I found on this app that I have cried laughing at that if I saw on any other app, I probably wouldn't have laughed at. And lastly, so I do have 4.3 million followers and I'm still not verified, so I thought we could address that at the end of this video. Thank you for your time. These are some more things that piss me off. If you are in the bathroom and you know that you are courtesy flush, please, because you just smell terrible. If you see me wearing shades indoors, mind your business. Why is it that in every scary movie I watch, the black person always dies first? The black person can be in the middle of the line walking through the house, somebody here, and somehow the person here goes missing first. Then you got the people behind them like, where'd Keith go? For all of you watching this atrocity here is not mine. I am a proud and sad Giants fan. The best cartoons growing up were Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry. No discussion. Leftover food tastes better when you heat it up in the oven versus when you heat them up in the microwave. But I'll still be putting them in the microwave because I don't want to wait that long. Lastly, if it's 90 degrees outside, why are you coming outside in pants and a hoodie? You're making me hot. Thank you for your time. Fellas, let me give y'all a quick lesson about females real quick. Sometimes we have to be willing to sacrifice certain things for girls. So say for instance it's cold outside, right? And she comes outside with nothing on. You have to be willing to sacrifice your sweatshirt for her to be warm. And yes, you may be about to get hypothermia, but it is your job to act like you're not fazed. Even if you are shivering, do not say you're cold. Like, nah, babe, it's cool. I ain't even that cold outside. What you talking about? Another thing, your pride? Gotta sacrifice it, yo, because you won't win arguments, yo. It doesn't matter how right you are. It only matters how wrong you are. You can be able to find 9 things you were right about, but we're only gonna talk about that one thing you were wrong about. And until you understand that sometimes you just gotta be like, you know what, babe? You're right. You're never gonna win an argument. Because the way we win is by just giving them the power. Because we can't win. Thank you for your time. When it comes to dating at a young age, it's important to know that not everyone is dating for marriage. Just because I decided to date you at a young age does not mean that I'm ready to have a family of 4 kids with you and a house with a kitchen marble counter in it. I'm not saying I don't think it'll last, I'm just saying I'm not looking at you like you're my soulmate. I'm looking at you like someone that I enjoy spending time with and someone I would enjoy spending more time with. Dating at a young age is more about finding about yourself and finding out what you do and don't like. So that when the future comes and you are looking for somebody to marry, you know what to look for. And that's the tea. I'm about to spread some facts. First of all, let me get this straight. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the best cereal, period. If you wonder why your breath stink, it's probably because you don't floss. Avocados taste like grass dirt sauce. Caramel is pronounced caramel and not caramel. And pecan is pronounced pecan and not pecan. If you don't run up the steps after you turn the downstairs light off, you're a maniac. And I'm not scared of the dark. I'm scared of what's in the dark. Apple juice is better than orange juice. Spiders are the scariest thing on the planet. PS4 is better than Xbox One. Summer's better than winter, but fall is the best season. Androids may have better technology than iPhones, but I guarantee you when the next iPhone comes out, I'll be first in line. Anime is not a cartoon, it is a spiritual experience. And lastly, soda is soda and not pop, and lollipops are lollipops, not dum-dums. Thank you for your time. When it comes to best friend, now this is just my philosophy, keep that in mind. This works for me, but it may not work for everybody else. The only way that a best friend relationship can work is if both of you have zero sexual attraction for each other. Now, I'm not saying your best friend can't be attractive. It's just she has to be the kind of attractive that doesn't make you want to do things to her. And keep in mind, this goes both ways for boys and girls. Okay, now let's put it into perspective. Okay, so say for instance you and your girl best friend go to the movies and everything's going good, and then out of nowhere she just puts her hand on your thigh. You and I know good and well that things are probably about to get nasty. But now say for instance you're put in that same situation with someone that you have zero sexual attraction to, and she goes, your first response will be, do you need something? And you'll also notice that the people who are genuine best friends, and they've been best friends for years, are the people who haven't engaged each other in a romantic way. So if you want to have a successful best friend relationship, make sure there's no sexual tension. These are some things that piss me off. Chewing with your mouth open. Walking in front of me just so that you can walk extremely slow. I swear I just be walking. Same way I always be walking. If somebody just want to step in front of me and go, Like, if you ain't get your ass out the way. When girls come to parties, just so that they can stand there and watch other people dance. When people pronounce soda pop. When I have a pack of Starburst and I offer somebody one, and the first thing they do is start digging through so that they can find a pink one. Like, who do you think you are? When I pull out one single piece of gum in the back of the class, silently, and there's that one dude that sit all the way in the front of the class and be like, "Hey, you got some gum?" And lastly, when people say, "Oh, you famous on TikTok?" Well, that don't really matter because it don't really translate to nothing. Well, who following you? Your mama? Your daddy? Thank you for your time.